Welcome back to a new game of Beyond All Reason. And yes, Pigs is on the battlefield again. Um, Trying to improve himself or just looking a complete idiot. Well, we'll see. We'll see how I do this time. I don't expect miracles, let's put it this way. But yeah, uh, problems were caused again. Typical. Let's meet our main commanders before I critique my own play. Over 9,000 is on the commander, and he's our front liner. So obviously, like I said, he's going to go to the front, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Homeland is he's a backliner or a tech player, if you like, and yeah, he's a T1. Don't know how come he got us the blue, but it is what it is. So they're all trying to for Supreme Isthmus, which is everybody knows this map, and most people like this map. It's one of the ones from or the original one from Supreme Commander. So this is the sort of line that you're aiming for. They have changed it over the couple of years, I think. This used to be a lot bigger. This here. You used to be able to fit a Ragnarok on there. That was quite interesting. And I think this player here, this one here, it used to be over here. Now it's the same, obviously, on the other side. So it's a complete, that's one decent thing. It's very difficult sometimes when you get maps that are not the same, because one side plays slightly different to the other. But anyway, I digress. So we've got our green tea is on the front, and we've got our over 9,000 on the front, and we've got eco on the front, and we've sort of got why I don't know what the rest of it is, but I'll call it why on the front as well. So we'll see what they want to do. Over 9,000 is in the metal up. I think it's metal, yes, which is a good thing to do before obviously your counter lock get it. I think he sent the ticket. No, he didn't send the ticket. The ticket's still there. So we'll just have a nosy around. Slim Mix, he's the newest player, and don't recognise that flag, I must admit. So, yeah, so he is a Cortex, and he is our shipyard, ship player or boats player, or however you want to say. I call it ship and boat. Kenry is the opposite on the other side. Now, when we know this player from a recent play that I played. It was supposed to be 3-3, and it ended up being a 1-1. And he did a good play. He got me. He duped me, and I didn't think it was going to happen. But yeah, anyway. So, some mines coming out on the other half here. That's an interesting play. That doesn't happen very often. Mines don't come out very often. Oh, it's actually our green tea, actually. I looked at that and I thought, is that lighter green? No, it's not. It's ours. Like I said, mines don't seem to frequent that very often. I don't particularly use them. I know in the scenarios we used to have a mine scenario, and I thought it was incredibly dull, and I'm glad they took it out on the new one 2025. But if you haven't seen that, just go and have a nosy what I'm playing at the moment. I've still got a lot more of them to do. It's just getting time to do them. But so why is right the way up there, and so is sort of eco. Our side, our green tea is still, he's a team, he's just really started, so it's very difficult to be nasty to a player that's really just started, and he shouldn't really be on. He's done really well there, getting all this out quite fast. Certainly better than a T3 like me. I've only got one going, so, and I'm trying to get the Geo, so we're progressing slowly. Let's have a look at Dizzy. Dizzy's he's on a charge. He's on a mission. He's got 4 constructor turrets. And, yeah. I think that's half of my problem, you know. Have you seen where I've got everything in mine? Mine's just... They've got no space, and I think I'm going to have to change how I play to give myself more space. So obviously, if you've not played this before, or you're considering playing, try not to play it like I am. If you look at Dizzy, I think that's a better... You know, he's got more, giving himself a lot more room, although I suppose his metal extractor's way over there, you know, so he's only got... Oh no, he has got the 3. So if you see, he's giving himself quite a lot more room than I have to do it. And you want these the construction turrets around to get the 3 to help when you're going for the T2. Anyway, let's go to Tommy Toppo. So Tommy's role in this one is this a bit more difficult than others because he starts way back and then he has to come forward. So this side always feels late getting your boat, you know, your boats out, your shipyard out. But anyway, it looks like there's a bit of a go on the front here. We're all welding ourselves in. We're not going anywhere. There's a gauntlet coming up for the red side. Exo is blasting that out. Sprinix is definitely pushing this forward quite nice. Although I do quite like this here for over 9,000. That was a nice pickup. It's a pity. It's a pity you didn't take the... I don't think he's going to take the gauntlet out here. No, that's the problem. That's a very nice... That's taken a lot of Exicos, you know, base out, or the actual energy converters for sure, which is going to make his job a lot more harder. This gauntlet will take these out. It depends on how he's going to do. Is he pushing? No, he's got. Unfortunately, he probably should have moved back here. This is a slight over push. I think it's not that this doesn't happen, but anyway, let's see how Honeylam's doing. Well, he's got his T2 going, so that's a good thing. He's up and running on his T2, and where am I? Well, still on me T1. Trying to get more. This is, like I said, I think my problem is space. I think I should have pushed everything out and made these, instead of being here, somewhere at the back here, which then they would have been able to get everything and I would have boxed myself in. It's something I'm going to have to definitely work on. If I can get these things going, hopefully I'll be a lot better player. But anyway, so empty space. He's got a few tidal, and he's got a energy storage. I had an itchy nose there trying to say what it was. Still working on his T2. So actually, in a lot of respects, they are...
Commander self-destructed.
Not really. So empty space... Self-destruction is command. The reason why he does that is he's gonna want. He realizes he's starving on metal and he needs more metal to get this. So what he's doing, he's eating it up here and it's going into the T2 to get going for him. I don't tend to do that, but other people tend to do. There's still a lot of back and forth on the front line. Green Tea's now put. I think it's Green Tea. Yeah, Green Tea's now put some. Light artillery, so they should hopefully. The problem is I don't think we can. On our side, we can actually see. I mean, obviously I can see, but I think he can't see everything, and I think that's the issue. I'm pushing up here, as you can see, with the pawns, just to try and you know give Green Tea a bit more chance of doing a bit more damage. We've got 2 gauntlets here. That's the problem. These gauntlets can be devastating, and yeah, you see they are taking a lot of my damage here. Again, over 9,000. I think overextended himself a little, but he is pushing the rest of it back. And which is really nice. So not really a massive. That's a nice pickup, taking the metal extractor out for sure. This gauntlet's trying to come up, but I don't think he'll get it up actually, and it just doesn't. It's too late, especially now. This is. I don't know whether this is done firing. Probably is done firing actually, but it's certainly taking a lot of stuff out. Yeah, over 9,000, trying to boost this out. I don't think he's... Yeah, you see, he's struggling to get it out. How are we doing on my side? I'm still producing more units for the T1. I'm trying to... What I'm trying to do is... The problem is my fella frontliner, or the frontliner over me, is not producing a lot of units for the front line. He's got these, obviously, but that he needs more. And I'm trying to sort of make up for that. Whether good or bad is a good idea. I'm trying to push something to help Green Tea with his light artillery again, but it's just not working. But I'm still battling, and I think I'll lose all this, which is a bad play. I should have pulled back. Although what I was looking for, I remember now, I was looking for the command, and I saw the commander, and I thought, can I take him out? Because obviously if you take him out, that makes it's going to blow all this up. But it didn't work out, and I ended up losing. So obviously that put more pressure on Green Tea's light artillery. But fortunately, Empty Space did come to help him out with that. So that was a nice play. As otherwise, we'd have been really pushed, and over 9,000 would have had a struggle. So what was more, more wind. T2 is on the way, but it's going to take a. Oh, it's already. No, sorry, it's already. It's constructor. I was thinking, oh, that's its constructor, not the T2. So we have got a few T2s on the. We've got Green Lime, Honey Lime. I don't know what Honey Lime is actually doing. He's stalled and stopped and not doing much. So he's sort of calling for my team. Well, okay. Go for it, mate. So the gauntlet's actually changed the trajectory, so it's actually fine a more of a parabolic curve now. But I still don't think it's going to do a lot, though. That's the problem. Now I've got my T2 almost there. 40 or so. You see what I mean? I am about, I would say, what's that? About 4 minutes behind. Just not enough. Got a lot of energy coming, but I've just got enough. I've obviously got the advance, which is good. I'm trying to build more within the range. See, they're not in the range of them, you see, which is another problem. I think it's also about setting yourself out, how you set it out in your mind. What I should have done is push these forward, and in here, next to them, I should have had the advance, and then they would have built faster. That's, I think, half the battle. But anyway, let's go back to the action at the front. These misses will definitely do some damage, and I think, no, just misses and Rocketeers. Although the beamers can take these out quite well, but there's just not enough. See, that's the problem. We've been pushed far too much. I haven't really got anything. Well, I suppose I've got a little bit on the line. And I did mention later on about over 9,000 taking this. I should have actually said to him, give us your units on your right hand side that you're not using. That's what I should have said, but I didn't. I think really I should have been having Rocketeers, I think, and not the pawns at this stage. But I think I stopped. Yeah, I'd stopped producing. Now I'm gonna go for me. I always like the hounds. I was considering the recluse, and then I thought, well, no, because there's no mountain area really. It's not gonna really do anything. Kenray is pushing forward as he does with his commander, as he did against me. So that's nothing new. Obviously, the destroyers here will do. These destroyers will do some serious damage. Destroyer gets destroyer, but 4 beats 2 any day of the week. Power spike is surprisingly over there, and I was quite surprised he's not over here actually. That did surprise me later on in the play. He's obviously been moving around with the transport, which is what he's got here. So he's got himself a lot more. We actually didn't. We didn't even get any of this. So that was a. I think that was a misplay on our side. But obviously I'm right down here, so it's not really something that helps me anyway. How can we break? It's like breaking this defense. It's pretty solid in here.
Commander, self-destructed.
Now we've got some starlights. I don't know who's actually self-destructed. I don't know if it was on their side or our side there, but you know, we're now getting the biggest. These starlights are a right pain. And if you can blow one up, it will do damage to other units, but they are a good unit. You know, the maces and things like that are not really going to do a lot. So what have I got? Well, I'm still missing jammers because I think oh no, I've somehow put everything to here instead of forward a bit. This was definitely a decent push by them lot. Again, we've got a Mauser on here, but now it was turning. The trouble is with a Mauser, he can't move and fire at the same time. And got the Fat Poiser. This is an incredibly dangerous unit. So I'm really worried about the fact I'm thinking, Christ's sake, space, empty space. Be careful with them Fat Boys you're firing all over there. Because they'll just obliterate me. Easy. That's the trouble with a Fat Boy. There's not really much happening. Obviously, like I said, he's behind here. Tommy's behind. Oh, sorry about that pause there. I had to sneeze. I don't think you want that in your ear. When it's coming, it's coming. So, tick spam's out. I think I go for something similar. Now, I was hoping eventually that empty space was going to be. I was going to try and push to give him sight, because obviously look at how far he could see. But it didn't happen. That's probably me. I should have said. See, now here I come. I'm moving myself forward. I was hoping he was going to move his Fat Boys with it to push forward. Because obviously if he get in my jammer range, they wouldn't be able to see the Fat Boys, see. But that's why I'm moving, and he wasn't moving with us. So I thought, oh well, he's obviously doing something else. He's technically not a frontliner anyway. He's actually a mid-backline or something.
Destroyed.
So Kenya's, I think that's Kenya's commander did go down. So that's a really nice play. We are, I mean, if you look at our stats, we are really far in front. But it doesn't feel that we're far in front. That's the problem. I'm now on the fusion, so I've learnt from last time. Only 18 minutes, you know, to get the fusion. It's, you know, let's not go with that one. You know, a recent play. I still somehow need to be able to get more. I think the problem is at the start is, especially with when we're playing a team play, I think I need to boost. I mean, I haven't got, as you can see, I've got a couple of bands. I've got all this. I've got quite a lot here in that respect. But I'm trying to see where's my stats here. Yeah, my metal is low and my energy. So that's my Achilles heel. Everybody on my team's relatively, apart from Tommy's got low, and Dizzy J's got low as well. So maybe I'm not that bad, but I am. I mean, I've only got 3 construction turrets. I probably need double that amount. I've got enough. I've boosted me, you know, my level down. I've not done the team one. This is what the team one is. This is right high. But anyway, let's move around again. I'm trying to do a bit on me and do a bit on everything else because there's some interesting players I come up with eventually. You know, I do get me sort of act together eventually-ish. So this, I'm just very surprised that they just sat there and didn't want to push the issue. I don't know what their plan was, but really them starlights and the maces and everything else could have been in front of them, and they could have really done some damage. But they were unwilling to move. And I thought, well, I'm not willing to move forward, not yet, because I'm doing some other stuff. I forgot to put these up there. For some reason, the waypoint was there. Lovely EMP there. That's going to take them out, for sure. That's really nice. Don't know how much damage before the EMP is going to... Oh, no, he's EMP'd again. So, as you can see here, that it's got 16 seconds before they're going to release themselves again. So now we're going to have a ding-dong fight. Who's going to be on top? It depends. You know, normally with a fight, there's more beats less. Normally, I would say it's, you could say green there, or it's relatively even. Most of that's all gone down, so that's not too bad. We are still ahead apart from the bottom one, but oh, let's clean all that up. So I've got my first fusion finally. I'm still getting the hounds out, but I mean, metal's terrible. Even though I've got so much metal extract, I'm still not producing enough. My scaling it's just not good enough. Although I have now got, obviously, like I said, I have got the... Although I didn't get this one for some other reason. I don't know why. I'd completely forgot about it. I got the one furthest away, but I didn't get this one. That's another misplay. The amount of extra metal I could have got was phenomenal compared to what I'd done there. Another slight push. Then maybe I go, this isn't a good idea. And I move myself back again because I'm getting absolutely slaughtered here. This is a difficult thing to break. Not impossible. Or is it? We'll see. Fat boys are... See, that's the problem. See, these fat boys will fire at anything, and that's the problem with them. See, look what I mean? They're very close to their own units and getting blown up here. They need to be either further out... Whoa! Look at this. Oh, that's close. I've decided to pull a button and say, oh, stop this. I'm going for T3. Nobody else seems to be on a T3. My teammate here, Green Tea's still on a T2, firing his ballisticas quite far out of the water. They don't have fire. I always love them because obviously it just reminds me of Supreme Commander. And I love Supreme Commander. It hasn't aged well in the graphics, but the game's still there. I played it a few years ago on Steam, actually. Put my code in, and I'm kind of surprised it worked for free. But they seem to be quite well entrenched. So I'm still going for me. I'm still a few minutes away getting me T3 here. Again, that's not enough. I should have at least... I have got a couple of fuses, so I am... and I've got some energy converters here. Each one of them takes 600, gives me 10, you know, so I'm still always disappointed with... I look at everybody else and go, oh, he's got loads. I mean, he's just when we started, look how much he's got compared to me. It's like, ugh. And then we looked at Spectre, what was, and you know, what the... I mean, how many construction turrets has he got there? He's got 54. That's an enormous amount of construction turrets. He's still slow. He still hasn't got everything. So it's... I think with the backline, it's always it's always difficult. I think I think he was the one that actually sent me the T2 and I didn't see it. Yeah. So the T2 is actually here. Well, it's somewhere. That's, I think, my anti-nuke actually that he sent over for me, which is nice. So he says spam bots out instead of ticks, you know. So they are. It is the spam time. It is definitely. I decided to move back slightly because I thought I am worried about these fat boys around, and they're just look at them. They're just firing at anything, and they're a nightmare of a unit to control. They're already going forward, but if they, ooh, that was nice. If they spot something, you know what I mean? They don't care. They don't care about friendly. They'll just fire. It's blooming Pulsar's getting, you know, it's definitely well entrenched with a, you know, we've got like 4 gauntlets and what have we got here? Plasma deflector. So they're getting everything. They said right then, we're not going to do anything here. But don't worry, Pigs has got a plan. Yeah. So well, yeah. Not yet. A terrible plan, but I've got a plan nonetheless. So Dizzy looks like they've come. I hadn't realised they did actually come from the back line to over here. Maybe to, I don't know, but decided to do a vehicle and still building all sorts of things. I'm incredibly slow. I got like 20 odd seconds for you know, it is coming. The Vanguard's coming. I do like that unit, man. I must admit. It's absolutely still my favourite, but you know. Which probably would have done quite well, actually. So, Razorbacks. We've got some Razorbacks, finally. I think they're actually, they're Spectres Razorbacks, I think it looks like. So, this will get rid of the chaff. He's moving himself over there, because these flipping missile... you know, the missile ships are a nightmare. They fire for absolute miles. And that's the real issue here. You know, he can't move himself over because they'll just get obliterated by these. But they're not, like I said, they're not really pushing their advantage at all. Which will become a mistake later on in the game. So I'm now said, stuff this. That Vanguard isn't gonna do a lot. You know, isn't gonna do a lot on its own. I've decided. I'm thinking, let's go for Marauders. Now, why do I go for a Marauder in my mind? If I can remember what my mind was at the time, it was all over the place as usual. But I was thinking, well, they're easier to build, they're faster to build than the Vanguard, and they also have the option of, if there's any air coming, they will fire at the air. But the other option they do is they can go in the water. Now, so, like I said, so we just, you know, we're just trying to check this chap out. Eventually this will stop. But we've got to be careful of this here. This has started to... He started to do something. So Mix has actually come back as well. So that's pretty good. He's got some, you know, nice... these will get taken out here. But unfortunately, though, our opposite number has quite a lot of ships as well. So it's a catch-22. We're all still in it. We're not really put, like I said, they don't seem to want to push their... advantage at all, unless they're doing their ideas to do some sort of nuking or something. Now I realise, wait a minute, I'm getting absolutely blasted from this. This is doing my head in. We're not really, you know, we've got T3s. He's got his Razorbacks, like there, 5, and I've got my Marauders. Marauders will take out this chaff quite well. You know, cause they ain't got to worry about pawns, they ain't got to worry about anything like that. Somehow I put my Vanguard right the way forward and it wasn't supposed to be. Then I realised, why are you going forward, you stupid thing? I must have selected it like that somehow. Where else can we have a nosy? This backline is, so this basically, I think he's doing air anyway, you know. Nice bit of air around. We still... I keep complaining about you put them right over and I couldn't see what I was doing. I'm just now deciding to say, right, let's do the Marauders. I'm not doing any T1. I'm not doing any T2. I'm just going for Marauders here. And now I've got quite a few. Now I say, wait a minute. If we can't go through the front because they're not doing something, I'm going to go a different plan. So, stupid Vanguard decided to keep moving again. I'm now going to go in the water. Now I've decided to go myself. As you can see, I'm going to go over here. Now, I don't know whether they see me or not. Obviously, I'm in the water. Now, I can't fire in the water, but at least I can go in the water. But they do see. I mean, they should see this. Ooh, that was a good pick up. I mean, no, that was powerful. Taking that Marauder out in one go. But this is an advantage. So I'm now pushing with all these Marauders. I still got one here. Jaguar's, the lightning tank's not doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just sat there. Don't know what he's doing with them. But this is a quite nice... that's a quite nice... I don't know what was happening there. Now I said, right, I'm going to push the button. Here and now we start. They still don't seem to have clocked that I'm actually doing anything. Salty Pepper's moved his cursor over, so you must see something. We still, you know, they just don't fire in here. They're not really pushing forward. So I'm just waiting for a few more Marauders just to come in, I think. And then we'll see what else I can do. Kenny's really big. Really big battleship push here. He's going to absolutely destroy, I think, Tommy. I don't think he's... Well, he's going to take one out at least, but I don't think he's going to be able to take any more out. So now that's it. Now I'm pushing the button here. I've got 6, and I have got more than a dream. I'm saying, let's not have this. Everybody's just clearly everybody's like leaving me to it. I'm just saying, right, let's take everything out that I can before I get killed. Now this is a push and a half. I don't really care about the metal extractors. I'm wanting more, and they're telling them, here we coming. But this is why I got Marauders, you see. It's taking out his air as well. So he's having problems to take out this. I'm still pushing forward. I'm gonna keep focusing on this because I'm quite happy with this play myself. Now I'm going into Honeylime's back line and absolutely ripping his stuff apart. I see his commander here, and I'm gonna. These bombers are gonna, you know, obviously eventually rip me apart. But I'm going for one. There's one commander. I'm trying to move missile around, so there's the second commander gone. So he had 2, now I've got that. Now I'm going to go for his advanced metal. I don't know whether he's still in the game or he's out. I see these 3, and that's it. So I think, oh, right. I've still got, I'm still moving back here. For some reason, must have moved more of the, the Marauders are taking out the destroyers now. That's just really funny. I probably didn't even notice this at the time. Now, so Dizzy said, right then, he can see me do it, and he's got to take out and help this fighter, but get out these fighters. I don't know where his bombers or his bombers were, but he certainly took out that, you know. It's pretty even still. It's not, even though we're a lot higher. I don't think it's as high as the game says, but you know. Right, I'm getting more Marauders. I'm thinking, wait, this is going pretty well. Let's dull down on this, you know. I'm still. I finally get it into my head. Wait a minute, I've got absolute tons of metal, tons of everything. Let's get some more construction turrets out, you know. 5 Marauders are now sat. Now it's a 6th one going to come. I think this is a misplay by the Green. Actually, I think if he'd have had the submarines, he would have ripped these Marauders apart. But they just didn't seem to do much with them. So that's why I was able to do it. Now I said, right, that's it. I'm not going to wait any longer. I've got me 6, even though there's 1 behind. Let's keep pushing. They did revive. It looks as if either they revived some of my Marauders or they actually built new ones. No, they built new ones. Again, I decide not to stop. The bulls, the bull doesn't last that long against the Marauder either. Dizzy's now pushing up. See, Dizzy's helped me out. He's realising that I'm pushing up here to actually get this done. If it wasn't for him, I don't think this push would have worked as well as I was hoping it was going to work. Still, they're not pushing. They're not doing anything. You see, there's just entrenched and sat there. Now they don't really know what to do. I'm now going, right, I'm going to carry on here. I'm not going to stop. I've still only got 3 Marauders, as far as I can tell. Yeah. I'm going taking some of this eco out. That's it, the fusions are gone. That's it, the pot lab's going to go. That's it, if I can hit these, that's it. Here we go. Woohoo! Get in there. I'm on a high. I'm buzzing. I'm like buzzing off me. Well, I won't say it. Buzzing, but you couldn't believe it because it's working. My idea was working. It was just to sit there. Look at this, and I'm just absolutely ripping this system apart, taking their infrastructure, just going for as much as I can. Right, I want to get this out. That could go down, so you can't fix any air either. That's another one down. They just could not deal. I'm quite surprised that none of them decided to come back and help and take out these Marauders. Because if they did, mind you, I'm still sending, if you can see here, I'm just sending loads. I'm thinking, I don't really need them, to be honest. I'm just going to concentrate on the 3 that I've got. Oh, look at that. Absolutely. Boom, boom, boom. This is the thing. Don't put them right close, because they've got to go. And the good thing is, some sort of say, the Marauders will take out light things like this. They're brilliant against that sort of thing. Now I'm wanting to get the energy converters back here. There we go. That's gone as well. This looks to be like another commander I think I'll have. Thank you very much. That's you gone.
Commander destroyed.
That's another one. So that's me 3. So I took out, I think, 3 and 4? Something like that. And I've got tons more Marauders going to start. And I've said, right, let's go, guys. I just thought that, for me, was absolute inspirational idea. Because there's no way that we were going to get... I mean, look at it. This is the problem. They sat there. I don't understand. They could have done something ages ago. But they just didn't seem to want to. Oh, maybe not. That they went, oh, that's a bit too much. I am now saying, right then, let's go for... It's got a lot of Marauders, but don't think that's going to be enough against some of mine. So yeah, I said don't stop, push through, keep going. That was my idea with this. Don't, and they'll either give up or we'll win outright. But it is going, it's going right now. Obviously some of them players just gave up. We still got all ours in, so we're still going through this. I'm saying, wait a minute, there's some fusion reactors here. I want these babies. Give me these. Can I get them? I don't think so. No. I couldn't get them all. I'm sort of still piling up these Marauders here. Now I'm absolutely pushing them out. And now they give up.
Has died.
I love that. I thought that was a brilliant play at the end there. Then none of my other guys were doing anything. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry for focusing a bit more on me, but... Destroying enemy, I did really well. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.